I work hard each and every day. I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no, I push play. I won't stop till I make a change.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to my new subscribers. I hope you guys are doing well. Your girl is back with another story. Disclaimer guys, I don't know if this story is true or false. I'm just sharing with you and basically dissecting it, and hopefully we can learn something from it. But sometimes I feel like some of these stories are true, and people are just sharing it there so that they can, get some, opinions on what to do in that situation. So why not bring it here so you guys can hear as well, because not everyone has X, not everyone has Instagram. I got these stories from Instagram or X, so like I said, they're not my story. I don't know if it's true or false, but I don't care. We're going to listen to it. Before we get into the video, please make sure you're liking, you're commenting, you're subscribing, and obviously make sure you're pressing that notification bell so you don't miss any video from your girl. Without further ado guys, let's get into today's story. I'm currently 7 months pregnant for my husband to be. He had a daughter from his ex, but she died before we met. I can't be a stepmother. Truth is, I'm not the stepmother type at all. I'm too young to live with another woman's child. I'm actually worried because my fiance has 4 years old daughter. So this lady is with the man whose wife died whilst giving birth to this daughter that she doesn't want to be a stepmother to. First of all, quick question. Did you not know that this man had a child? Like when you started dating each other? And how long have you two been together? Was this going on whilst the mother of this child was still alive? Or was this happening just after she passed away? I need to understand that, because all of a sudden you don't want to be a stepmother for that child, but the man that you're with, the man that you said yes to, has a child, and she's 4. And the reason this child does not have a mother is because whilst she was giving birth to her, she passed away. Like, obviously, giving birth is life and death. But unfortunately, she lost her life. But now, you're telling us that you're not ready to be a stepmother. You're not the stepmother type. You're too young. Okay. Her mom died while giving birth to her, and has been raising her with his family's help. Now that I'm in the picture, things are complicated. So kudos to him, because he's really taking care of his child, and obviously he's getting support from his family. I'm 7 months pregnant with his son. Oh, honestly, I know I won't treat his daughter the same as my son. So, you're 7 months pregnant with a son, but you believe that you will treat his daughter the same way as your son, which is also his son. Hey! My goodness. If I'm to be all honest here, the little girl's presence gets me emotional. She annoys me so much, and she looks just like her mom, which reminds my fiance of his late wife. So just looking at this poor little girl's face, it gets you emotional. Looking at her reminds you of her mom. But you allowed yourself to be pregnant, knowing this man has a child, knowing you're not ready to be a stepmother. You still said yes to this man when this man asked you to marry him. Now, wow. That makes things worse. She's also very attached to her dad. Of course. She worries me more. I mean, it's clear my son won't be able to bond with his father because of her, and I can't live with her under the same roof. What? Her grandparents are alive and healthy. She could live with them, or we could find a nice couple to adopt. To adopt? My problem now is figuring out how to bring this up with my husband to be. No. This is impossible. You're telling me that the man that you said yes to, you want to marry, And this same man has a child, a 4-year-old. And the only reason this man is, let's say, single is because, now wanting to marry is because he lost his wife during giving birth to his son. Now, you're saying things like this. Just looking at the poor little girl, it gets you really emotional. Now you're talking about you don't want to live in the same roof as this poor little girl. You think that your son that you're having with this man, which is his stepbrother, will have the same bond with your husband to be. So you think maybe you should find somebody to adopt that child. Or maybe she should go and live with her grandparents since they're still alive. Now, that is, no, I do not agree. Not under my watch. What? So you're telling me you didn't know all this was happening? You didn't know this man had a child? The fact you're telling us this man's wife died during childbirth. So you know the background story. It's not as if you don't know anything. It's like this man lied to you. You didn't say anything about this man lying to you. You know the story about this man's life. You know everything. But you still have the audacity to be telling us that you don't want this man's daughter, or he will bond with your son, this and that. But that is, guys, let's finish the story because I need to convince him to let her go. What? His own... Please note that I'm not a bad person. No. You are not a bad person, my dear. You are not a bad person. Telling your husband to be to find a person to adopt his daughter, his first seed. And you're telling me you're not a bad person? No, you're full on an angel. You're an angel, my dear. I'm just a concerned mom who wants the best for her child. Well, you need to have the best for her as well, because at the end of the day, you agreed to marry a man that has a child. So you're going to have to accept that child as your own as well. What kind of rubbish is this I'm reading? And you're telling us not a bad person? No, my dear, you're a bad person. If nobody hasn't told you you're a bad person, now I'm telling you you're a bad person. Anyways, let's continue. I just want my son to get all his father's love and attention. That's all I deeply want and desire for my unborn son. So don't you believe this daughter needs full attention of his dad as well? She needs her dad's attention. The same way your son will need his dad's attention. The same way this child, this 4-year-old little girl will need her dad's attention as well. Stop being so selfish. Every woman in my shoes will do the same. I'm sure. I will not do the same, my dear. You're on your own on this one. I also need space with my husband. Her presence will be a distraction to us and our marriage. Her presence will be a distraction. I guess this feeling is normal for everyone. No, this feeling is just you. No. You knew what you got yourself into. You knew this man had a daughter. You knew the circumstances of why this man has a daughter. You know what? I find it very hard to control my feeling about her. I have honestly tried, but it is not working, and I would rather be real about it than keep pretending to keep dying in silence. I'm just not happy in my own home. Please, I need help. I'm hoping that you advise me on how to approach my husband with this issue. I honestly need and plead for guidance. I will be in the comment section. So you want advice. You want advice. Number 1, stop being selfish. Stop being selfish. The same love this child needs is the same love you want for your son, for your unborn son. You're telling me this little girl is going to distract you, is going to disturb your marriage. That is just not right. This is a child who has lost her mother. Now, you're pregnant, 7 months pregnant. when you go to have that birth as well, when you go to deliver that child, it's life and death. What if the same thing happens to you? God forbid. What if the same thing that happened to that child, that four-year-old's, 4-year daughter's mom, happens to you as well? So what do we do in that situation? What if, God forbid, what if whilst you're giving birth, you as well, you lose your life? The same way how this little girl's mom lost her life whilst giving birth to her. What happens now? So is your family going to find someone to adopt that child? Let's be reasonable for once. Women, let's be reasonable. Number one, you knew this man. Number one, like the way you've told the story is, you knew that he was married. And then obviously he became single because his wife died whilst giving birth to this child. So if your future husband decided to make next step, which is, to make things official, go engage because of how much he loves you, I guess, and how much you guys love each other. Whilst he got engaged to you, this child was still in the picture. You said this child was living, the fact, your husband to be, took care of his daughter with help from his family, which I think is really nice. He got a lot of support from his family, knowing that he just lost his wife. When he asked you, will you marry me? What did you say? Did you say no? No, you said yes. When you said yes, that meant you were going to accept everything from that man. You are accepting to enter his family. You're accepting to be a mother to his daughter. Now, you could have literally just said no. You could have said no, this is too much, I don't want to, I'm not ready to be a stepmother. I'm just too young, this and that. I don't think I'm the stepmother type. You could have literally said that to him when he was proposing to you. But you zipped your mouth. Now you're pregnant. But then you also felt pregnant knowing this man has a daughter. You still felt pregnant with him. Now you're 7 months pregnant. You're telling us that you're not a stepmother type. You're not ready to be you're too young to be a stepmother. Or this child is going to distract your marriage. Or this man is not going to love your son the way he bonds with his daughter. So and so. Or maybe the best thing is people to to send him to his grandparents. They're still they're still strong and they're still alive. Or maybe maybe I should advise him to someone to adopt him. Why are you sending someone to adopt? No. Guys. Some of you ladies need to be considerate. This is too much to take. If you're not ready for something, please just say no. You could have made this man's life so easy by just saying, sorry, no. I don't want to marry you because number one, you need somebody to be a mother to your daughter. I am not that type. You could have easily said that to him. You didn't say anything in that story that you spoke to me about. You're asking us to give you an advice. Some advice is, since you've accepted this marriage, if you want to be in this marriage, you must accept that daughter as well. That's how I see it. You must accept this man and his baggage. His baggage right now is his daughter. So you accepted his ring. You accepted that you're going to be there through sickness, through health, do us apart. Well, you must accept him with his baggage, and his baggage right now is his daughter. And he can't just say, "Oh, I don't want to be part of my daughter's life because now I have a son." No. It seems like he's a good dad, and he's going to be part of his daughter for life. You cannot be telling some man to not be part of his daughter because looking at her, makes you emotional. No, that is just not right. Come on, guys. So guys, if you're watching this video, what advice would you give this woman? Because right now I'm just vexed, man. What advice would you give this woman? Do you think what she's doing is right? Do you think she should tell her husband to be that they should find someone to adopt that child? Do you think her not saying to her future husband that she's not ready to be, she's not a stepmother type, she should have just told him when he was proposing to her? or am I just messed up, or am I just anyways guys, please let's talk in the comment. Tell me what you think, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, and I'll see you next week for another video guys. Bye.